purpose of the God, you need to take a move, take a step of faith. There are moments that whereby people who are around you, people who are working with you, cannot support your walk, cannot support your step, cannot support your decision. But at that particular moment, you have to stand alone, because you are the one who knows what God is provoking you to do. God speaks in different ways. And when God speaks, sometimes he don't speak on a multitude. He speaks on you as an individual. So when he speaks to you as an individual, if you need assurance of others, definitely that's the day that the mission or the vision is going to die. Because others, they are going to interpret your vision according to the physical conditions. But you are operating from the spiritual angle. So you are the one who understands your relationship with your maker, your voice with your maker. So this year is a year of taking risk by faith. There are certain things that you cannot do. Do you know that there are people who are still living under their parents? A person who is now 30 years, a man who is 30 years and is still living in the house of the parents. House of the parents. You are still being taken care by your own parents, your biological parents, and you are 30 years. You are not yet married. You are not yet working, but you are still living by your parents. Others of your generation have taken a step and they went to foreign land to start hustling. And you are busy chatting with friends who are over on different countries. Some are in Botswana, some are in America, some are in England, some are in South Africa, and you are in Zimbabwe. You are staying by your parents. You are in a comfort zone. You are scared of taking a risk. Saying, I can't go to a place where there's no anyone of my family members. But you have friends. Yet those friends that you are talking to who are in a foreign land, they went there without even knowledge of anyone. They just arrived in a country without anyone, without connection, and they started their life from there. Now they are well-respected people. They have acquired a lot of properties. They have acquired their life. They have built their life. Why? Because they were risk takers. They jumped from the comfort zone. Some of them, they had everything in their parents' house. And the parents were saying, no, my son, everything is okay. We are okay here. We are not lacking. But time is moving. You need to move out from your father's house and start your own life. But you are reluctant, you are relaxed. Why? Because you are getting everything. You need to be a risk taker. Saying, no, I choose a different path. I think I'm mature enough to handle my life. I'm mature enough to take care of my life. I'm mature enough to expose myself to danger. Until you reach a level of making decision, of saying, no, I'm taking a risk. Let me try it. Many people who are successful in this life, most of them took risk. The reason that you see them making it in this life right now, they took risk. Some of them, their parents have died once they were too young. And they were neglected by their own parents. They were neglected by their relatives. And they started fighting their own life. But today, they are well-respected people. They are business people. They are CEOs of companies. Why? They took risk. They entered on certain platforms where they didn't even know anyone. They started working jobs that people were even very sorry, saying, this young boy can die. Why is he working such a hard job? But they continued working because they had a vision. They knew that from doing this, I'm able to build my life. I'm able to start from here. I'll go forward from here. Without speaking a lot, let us go to the reading of the word from the book of Luke chapter 14. Luke chapter 14 from verse number 11 to 12. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country. And there he wasted his substance with riotous living. This is a parable that Jesus gave of a man who had 2 sons, the younger and the elder. The younger one went to the father and demanded, they say, give me a portion of inheritance. And he demanded the portion of inheritance, and he went to a far away place, and he spent all the inheritance in a far away place. Many people, when they are interpreting this scripture, this passage, they took the prodigal son on the angle of blaming his decision. But today I want to blow your mind on another angle where many preachers, they neglect it. This is a prodigal son who went to the father and demanded a portion of his inheritance. And he went to a far away place, far away land, and he spent his resources with wrong friends. Now, the younger one is the one who is demanding the portion of his inheritance from the father, not the elder. The elder was so reluctant to the extent that he is accepting life as it is. But the younger one has got a certain level of mindset, a certain level of mentality, saying there's no way that I'm going to live my life in the customs, in the home of my father. I shall leave my father and go and start my own life. So he is ready to practice a life of a man as an individual. He is ready to leave his father's house and go and start a life as a man, standing by himself as a real man. But the elder is so reluctant. The elder, there's nothing that he's thinking of. The mistake that has been made by this young son, the prodigal son, is to go to the father to demand, not to ask for an advice. He was supposed to go to the father and spoke to the father in a meeting that, Father, this is my idea. I'm thinking of going to a far away place to start a new life. I'm thinking if you can give me a certain portion of finances for me to go and start to establish my small business in a foreign land and see how God is going to take me to the next level. This is the point that you are supposed to do. This is the way that you are supposed to do his things. He has a right motive. He has a right plan of going, leaving his father and go to a foreign land to begin a new life. Because there is no way that he was going to stay within his father's compound. He shows the light, he shows the mindset, the character of maturity. We're saying it's the right time for me kuzirumura kubvamana baba then ndotanga new life. So if he had done it in the right way, in the right procedure, the father was going to guide him and even give him ideas that don't associate with everybody. There are people who come in your life acting as if they are friends, yet they are not friends. They are after your capital. This is what was lacking on him, because when he get it from the father was scared. So he gave him the portion. And where he's going, nobody has given him enough counseling, enough teaching, that in the foreign land that you are going, don't hook up with everybody. Don't hook up with everybody. There are people who might come acting as if they are friends, but they are coming mainly because you have capital to establish your own business. So they will give you wrong advice. They will destroy your capital in that foreign land. So nobody has guided him. But his criteria, his thought, his plan was right. He was ready to mature. He was ready to grow up. He was ready to take a risk in a foreign land. He was ready to dispose himself in a new environment. Many people are stuck in life because they are scared of taking risk. They are scared of taking risk. You raise a small amount of capital. You are scared to invest it in a business. Why? Because people are telling you that I've tried that business, I failed. The reason why that person has failed is because there were no advisors in life. Like the prodigal son, there was no any advisor. That's why he failed. Definitely you fail because you are entering in an environment, in a city that you don't even know what is required, that you don't even know the paperwork that is required in order for you to establish a business. There's no any knowledge of market research from this prodigal son. So he is going in that country whereby he don't have any connection, he don't have the qualities of business, he don't have an advisor, he don't have a lawyer, no one. But he has got a right mindset. He has got the right ideas. That as a mature person, I really need to go and start a new life on my own, because I shall have my own family that I need to take care of. How am I going to take care of my family if I continue staying under the umbrella of my father? That's why we have got babies who are married right now. You can see a man is married, but the way that he's thinking like a baby. Mama's boy. The way that the man is thinking is mama's boy. Is always being controlled by the mother, because the mother is still spoon feeding that man. He's a grown-up man, he's married, he has kids, but he's being spoon-fed by the parents. He's controlled by the parents, because everything that he is getting, even to put bread on the table in his house, is given by the parents. Even the house that he's staying right now, he has been built by the parents. There's no maturity there. Why? Because you are scared of taking a risk. The prodigal son was ready to take a risk. Was ready to expose himself to new environments. This is the mindset that we need in this generation, in this 2026. We need people who expose themselves to new ideas, new motives, new territories, new endeavors, new business plans. If you fail, there's always tomorrow. Pick up your pieces. Rise up again. Try it tomorrow. If you succeed, congratulations. How can you spend the rest of your time on one position and you really know that nothing is working here? You sit down, you look at yourself, your salary is just coming, you are paying rent. After paying rent, you are buying food. You are only left with the money to go back to work. And you still